Hello, good morning. Welcome to this Friday tapping session. Today's affirmation is all about the story that you're telling yourself today. And you can use this affirmation for any area of your life that you're working on, whether that's love, health, work, what money, whatever it is that you're working on. The story I'm telling myself is. And I want you to take a moment right now to stop and think about, what is the story that I'm telling myself about this area of my life? What is the story I'm telling myself about this thing that I'm going through? What is the story I'm telling myself about myself? What am I believing in myself and for myself today? So it's going to be a great opportunity for you to stop and reflect on the story that you're telling yourself today and the story that you want to tell moving into the next weekend, week ahead, month ahead, year ahead. What is the story that you want to tell? What is the story you want to be true? And really infusing life and energy into that today. So say hello when you get here. Let's dive in together. As long as you're not driving, I invite you to close your eyes this morning. Roll your shoulders up and back, opening up your heart and chest. Begin by breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, letting it all out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Really giving yourself permission to slow down, connect, and tune in. Tune into what it is that you want and the story that you are telling yourself around it. And you can use the prompt that the story I've been telling myself is, fill in the blank. And if it's not an empowering story, if it's not a helpful story, if it's not the story that you want, you can say the story that I am changing it to be is. Or the story that I'm ready to tell is. And just notice what's the difference between the story you're telling yourself and the story that you want it to be. And if you want, you can feel free to share it in the comments. And let's dive in, tapping on the side of the hand. And say, even though I've been telling myself this story, that things are the way they are, and that's just how it is. I love and accept myself anyway. And I'm willing to pay attention to the story I'm telling myself today. And even though I'm always telling a story, I get to choose the story I tell today. Am I telling the story like it is? Or am I telling it the way I want it to be? And even if the story that is right now feels difficult or challenging, I love and accept myself anyway. And I remember that I have the power to tell a new story. Let's go to the top of the head. I'm going to get you to fill in the blanks, some fill in the blank tapping. We're going to say, the story I've been telling myself is. eyebrow point. We're going to do that again. The story I've been telling myself is. Side of the eye. I'm going to use some examples. That it needs to take a long time. Underneath the eye, that I am not good enough. Underneath the nose, that it's easy for them but not for me. Underneath the mouth, that I don't know what I'm doing. Collarbone point, the story I've been telling myself is, fill in the blank. Underneath the arms, I am ready to change the story today. Underneath the chest, I am ready to start telling the story. Wrist point, the way I want it to be. Top of the head, instead of the way it is right now. Good job. All right, take a nice deep breath. So, what is the story you've been telling yourself about whatever area of your life that you want to manifest right now? You want things to be a certain way. So maybe the story I've been telling myself is that it's easy for others, but not for me. The story I've been telling myself is I'm doing something wrong. The story I'm telling myself is I didn't do enough. The story I'm telling myself is I don't know enough. So feel free to share in the comments if you're able to identify that story. And this is such an amazingly powerful exercise, whether it's journaling or tapping, but ideally together. The story that I am ready to tell, like telling it the way that you want it to be. So the way that I want it to be is everything is happening in divine time. I am right where I need to be. The story that I'm telling myself is everything lines up right at the exact moment. The story that I'm telling myself is the things I'm testing and trying are getting me closer to where I want to go. I'm feeling clear. I'm feeling activated. I'm seeing the results now. The story I'm telling myself is I see results now. Okay, here's the story that you've been telling yourself. Thank you for sharing. Anna says that it doesn't matter how much effort I do, it doesn't happen. Catherine says it won't happen. I can't do it. It's too much. I won't find a way. So much negativity, girl. Yes. Okay, and the way I want it to be is that things happen fast and effortless. There it is. There's the new story. These are the new rules. Remember that you get to program your subconscious mind with the rules that you want to live your life by. And just like we program a computer, you could program your mind to believe that things happen fast and effortless for you. And just start repeating that daily. Things happen quickly and effortlessly for me. My healing happens quickly and effortlessly. My sales come quickly and effortlessly. My clients come quickly and effortlessly. My love comes quickly and effortlessly, okay? So we're planting a new program into the computer of your mind today. But you have to be the one that decides what program are we planting. Money shows up for me in so many ways. Opportunities come to me each and every day. The story I'm ready to tell now is I'm collaborating and connecting with new people all the time. My information, my education, my content is being spread all over the planet. All right? Or Catherine says, simply, calmly, but consistently and filled with joy, inspiration, and trust that will all happen exactly on the right way at the right time. Here we go. So let's tap again on the side of the hand and say, even though I was telling myself a limiting story, filled with I can't, it won't, and I don't believe it's going to happen for me. I'm ready to let that story go. I'm ready to tell a new story today. And even if I've repeated this limiting story over and over again. Today is the day I change it. Today I'm going to tell the story the way I want it to be. We're actually going to go to the top of the head and say, the next few months ahead, eyebrow point, are going to be some of the best months I've had. Side of the eye, they're going to be the best months I've ever had. Underneath the eye, up until now. Underneath the nose, the best months in business. Underneath the mouth, the best months in my body. Collarbone point, the best months in my relationship. Underneath the arms, the coming months are going to be some of the best I've had in years. Underneath the chest, so the choice is up to me. Wrist point, am I going to continue this story? Top of the head, that it won't happen. Eyebrow point, that I can't do it. Side of the eye, it's too much. Underneath the eye, it doesn't matter how much effort I put in, it won't work. Underneath the nose, I won't find a way. Underneath the mouth, is that the story I want to tell? Collarbone point, about the next few months ahead. Underneath the arms, I give myself permission to write the story the way I want it to be. Underneath the chest, the next few months ahead. Wrist point, I'm going to witness something miraculous. Top of the head, I'm going to show up. Eyebrow point, I'm going to share. Side of the eye, I'm going to make new connections. Underneath the eye, I'm going to follow my inspiration. Underneath the nose, I'm going to do what I came here to do. Underneath the mouth, and I'm going to see all this start to work for me. Awesome, good job. So take a deep breath. All right, so in the next few months ahead, what's the story you're going to tell yourself? In the next few months ahead, I am going to experience unprecedented growth. In the next few months ahead, I'm going to have more fun than I've had in years. And it's just going to keep getting better from there. It's not just a few months that things are going to be good. It's going to continue to increase in joy and fun and connections and prosperity. So you are the one that tells the story. And if you've been telling a story that I can't and it won't and it's not going to happen and it hasn't happened yet, so it's not going to happen now, and then that's what your subconscious brain is programmed to believe, just like a computer. But you can forgive yourself and you can say, you know what, I think that's an old program. It's outdated. It's time for an update today. It's time for your body, mind, and soul to have an upgrade and update. We're going to reprogram it. And what are you declaring for the next few months ahead? Use your own words. Feel free to share it here. The next few months ahead are going to be some of the most exciting, the most peaceful, the most fulfilling, whatever it is. And I want you to be almost like a fortune teller for yourself. What do you see the next few months ahead being for you? This isn't about me telling you. This is about you foreseeing it for yourself and declaring it and speaking life into where you're going and what you're doing, and really taking it seriously. Not just like, this is a fun exercise. No, this is a declaration. Yeah, I love the reprogramming. It's so time for an update, just like our phones update, right? Like, we go to sleep, plug our phone in, and it's like, we're going to do some updates overnight. We're doing some updates today. We're at the fall equinox here in North America. And this is a time where we're like, okay, we just left one season. We're about to enter another. This is a reflective season, and it's also a season for preparation, right? Like, we're preparing to go into a slower time in winter, and that's really a time of like, okay, getting our stuff in order, making plans for spring. What is our vision for spring? How are we declaring these next few months are going to go? I'm declaring growth and abundance and happiness and success. Yeah, and like, imagine that you are like a fortune teller that can foresee your future. What are you seeing for yourself? What do you see? What do you feel? I see myself getting up earlier every day. I see myself moving my body earlier every day. I see myself getting ready in the morning. I see myself hopping on calls. I see myself making connections. I see new Instagram connections happening. I see my reels go viral. I see some new photo shoots coming in. I see these people that I've wanted to work with for a while signing contracts, right? So you get to be that fortune teller for yourself, and you get to write that story today. Anna says that was possible and achievable, that there's always time for me, that the money arrived easily, the happiness was easy, that I aligned with the universal time and synchronicities, and my dreams came true. Beautiful. And getting even clearer. When I say my dreams came true, these are the dreams. This is specifically what that means. Right? So for me, my dreams came true specifically means the ideas that I've been dropping into my awareness, I'm going after, and they're landing for people, and I'm having so much fun delivering them, and they're selling before they're even launched. And like, specifically, what do my dreams coming true mean and look like to me? Because if you're the fortune teller of your future, that's what we want to get into, is that detail, okay? So good to see so many of you here live today, celebrating this. Awesome. More of this. I'm declaring this in the next 6 months. More and more numbers on these lives every day. Thank you. All right, last round. Let's tap on the side of the hand and say, even if I've been stuck in a bit of a rut, I love myself anyway. I'm stepping out of it today. And I'm telling the story the way I want it to be. And even if I'm not living that story in this moment, I'm choosing to activate it now. I'm choosing to program my body, mind, and soul with this new story. And even if it's a bit of a leap for me, because I've been in this same story for so long, I love and accept myself anyway. And I'm willing to tell a new story today. Top of the head. I could tell the story of the way it's been. Eyebrow point, or I could tell a story. Side of the eye about what's to come. Underneath the eye, what is coming? Underneath the nose is bigger. Underneath the mouth is better. Collarbone point than I ever dreamed possible. Underneath the arms, I am declaring. Underneath the chest, unprecedented. Wrist point, growth, abundance, and happiness. Top of the head, the months ahead. Eyebrow point are unlike anything I've ever seen before. Side of the eye, my willingness to step in. Underneath the eye, my willingness to make a move. Underneath the nose, my willingness to get up when I fall down. Underneath the mouth is stronger than ever. Collarbone point, I get to choose. Underneath the arms, what happens next? Underneath the chest, by the story I declare today. Wrist point, and the story I declare now is. And I want you to fill in the blank. So, the story I declare today, the story I declare now, the experience I choose to have next is. I am, and really look at this from the lens of who you're becoming, where you're going, not where you've been. And that piece where when I fall down, I get up quicker. I promise you in the next few months ahead, you're going to fall down. You're going to have moments where you might go back into the story where I can't do this. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. If it didn't happen yet, it's not going to happen. Whatever. You're going to get up quicker. It's not that I'm not going to have hardship. It's not that I'm going to have challenge. But my ability to move through that, my resiliency, my power to shift the story is happening quicker than ever before. So if this is the energy you want to be in, you're in the right place. We are doing things in this space that we've never done before. We are going places we've never been. And I'm so glad that you're here because I can see it and I can feel it for you and for this space. And it's where I'm going. And being in that collaborative energy creates a wave. It creates a ripple in the world. And it makes moves across the world that we didn't even know was possible. So I can't wait to hear from you. What is the story that you're telling yourself about the coming months ahead? Declare it, claim it, and let's do it. All right? Have an awesome day. Can't wait to do this over the next 2 months together. I'm beyond excited to work with you too, Jen. Yay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited you're joining us in Tapping School. All right. We'll see you all soon. Bye.